So, in a nutshell, we say the banks are liable in delict for selling people's houses for less than their worth, and or when it wasn't a last resort. And we have about 10 categories of when it wasn't a last resort. Now, I've done a PhD in this as part of this process. It's quite a long way to go for one case, but I've just got into this, I've just decided it's wrong. And the rest of the world doesn't act like we do. So we assume that the way that we've been doing it, oh, everybody does that. No, they don't. They don't. So, for example, in Korea, when they sell houses in execution, they'll get 90% for them. They won't sell it for 100 rand or whatever it is in won. So in America, if you sell your loan, if they sell your house for less than the bond amount, the mortgage, then in most states, the bank's not even allowed to pursue the person for that extra amount that it's less than. And in others, they have to go for a second court case, which is too expensive, so they never do, to pursue that person for the difference between the price they've sold it for and the bond amount if it's less. Here, our banks are allowed to chase people. They never get that money, but they hound them for years for it. They've just ruined their financial lives. They've destroyed that person. But still, they'll chase. They'll say, "Your house is worth $1 million. We sold it for 500,000. Now you owe us another 500,000." And the person's just lost their whole financial life. So they don't get the money, but they hound them for it. It's just stupid. But in other countries like America, it's not allowed. So we've got, and I could go on, but there's many laws and we need to do it by law because the banks will not do it by themselves. So we need to say, talking about not a last resort, in our country, if somebody loses a job, they're in a year's arrears, let's say now they've got another job, better than before. They can afford a solid job.